music. Come on.
Cornelius Haney.
9-time, am I right? 9-time world champion.
Yeah.
Standing the cannon ring.
Let's go, Cam. Oh, K9, you hard, baby.
Welcome to K9 Boxing. That's right, it's the champ. 2-time world champ, Cornelius K9 Bundridge. And we live with it. We always live with it. That's right, when we live with it. So I want to know, when are we going to get the big fights? I'm talking about the big fights. Now, don't get me wrong. It is 2022. And we have been getting some good fights. We've actually been getting some great fights. But I want to see the biggest of the biggest fights that can be made. Like Charlo versus Sebastian Fundora. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Come on, somebody. Canelo Alvarez versus Benavidez. David Benavidez. Let me rewind that. Benavidez versus Canelo. Let me rewind the other one. Terrence Crawford versus Errol the Truth Spence. Where can we get the big fights? You know, we getting some good fights. And because we're not getting the best fights as of yet, it looks like we're getting some great fights. And at the end of the day, we should get the great fights because boxing is the greatest sport to ever be. That's right. UFC is trying. They trying hard to compete. They doing a good job. But ain't no fight better than a boxing match. Ain't no fight better than a boxing match. At one point in time, everybody was trying to be a boxer. Wasn't nobody trying to play no basketball, no football, no baseball. Everybody was trying to box. You hear me? Trying to box. But then, something happened. A light came on. The switch came on. And all of a sudden, they realized I ain't got to take punches to the head to make $1 or $2. I can play basketball because I want to be like Mike. I want to be a basketball player. So then the NBA made the heavyweight division fiddle out. So we were wondering, where is the greatest heavyweights in boxing? Guys like Tommy Hearns and Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather and yours truly had to keep the sport going without the heavyweights because the heavyweights were like, I'm not about to be dinosaur fighting. I'm not about to be going toe-to-toe when I could just shoot a jump shot and get paid millions of dollars. That's right, millions of dollars. But in 2022, 21, 2019, 18, and 17, if I can recall, the heavyweight division had a surge. It came back. Before then, you already know we had the Mike Tysons of the world, the Lennox Lewises of the world, Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, and a few others. David Tua, Akabuchi. But then it fizzled out years later. But now we back. Yes, right, we back. Anthony Joshua is fighting Usyk. Tyson Fury defeated the Brown Bomber, or the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. But Wilder was knocking everything out, everything down. And you know Wilder is 6'7". That's right, that's what I say. The NBA basketball players that could be into boxing are 6'7". Tyson Fury could easily, if he can hoop, be in the NBA because he is 6'9". That's right, let me rewind that. 6'9". So when I sparred Tyson Fury, I think I had to jump up to try to hit him because I'm only 5'7". So we talking about a whole 1.2 inches. if I calculate right.
But we back. And all we need now to really take over is the big fights. I'm talking about the best fights that can be made. Wouldn't this be a great year if we can have Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis, or Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia before the end of the year? Canelo Alvarez versus Jamal Charlo. Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. That would be an out cold
year. And one of the greatest years in boxing history. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. So, let's see what the fans are talking about. Because you already know we got fans in this boy. Gino, what's up, Gino? Yeah, I didn't see that fight, my dog. I didn't see that fight. Sorry about that. And when you tap in, make sure you hit the like button, because it's very, very bad to tap in and not hit the like button. I see we got 26 in the queue, but we only got 2 likes. So get your likes up. And as I would say, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. That's the like button. Whoop the like button. You hear me? Whoop that trick. I don't care how you whoop it. You can hit it with a jab, right hook, left hook, uppercut. You can throw a bolo shot to the like button, but make it happen, Captain, at K9 Boxing. I don't want to see Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Why are they taking their time making that fight? What's going on? Are we going to get them in a ring against each other past their prime, like Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao? Now, it hurted the sport of boxing because everybody wanted to see that fight. And when they saw it, they was like, I'm done. I'm done with boxing, because they got paid and the fans were disappointed. Now, for the fighters, it was a great look, and it changed our paychecks big time. You know, we realized as a fighter, you could generate $400 million in one night. Let me rewind that. You can generate $400 million in one night? Wow. Now, guess what? That's Mayweather generating that kind of money with the big help of Manny Pacquiao, because he wouldn't be able to do it alone. So even though you're not Mayweather, I'm not Mayweather, if you can get $400 million in one day for one fight, a boxer can at least get 10% of that. That's right. So that would be $40 million. A boxer can at least get 20% of that. That's like $80 million. That's right. And Tyson Fury got $80 million in one fight. That's right, in one fight. And I ain't including the pay-per-view numbers. Deontay Wilder was on a losing receiving of the fight, and he got $40 million. Let me rewind that. $40 million, even though he didn't win. And that's guaranteed, not even counting the pay-per-view. So that's what I'm saying. So boxing, you can say what you want to say about it. It ain't the same. It ain't this. It ain't that. It is getting fighters, families paid millions of dollars in one day. One day. I ain't talking about a whole year. I'm talking about one day, one night, one fight. You gotta love it. The greatest sport in the world. Boxing. Boxing. Oh, what a rush. Huh? Yeah, absolutely. Now, Clarissa Shields is, you know, making her herself be heard. I appreciate everybody commenting on what she had to say about her role model, her hero, Serena Williams. She said that she wasn't a nice lady. Being a fan of hers, and it ain't like Clarissa Shields is a nobody. You know, we talking about a two-time gold medalist, an undisputed world champion in multiple divisions. Let me rewind that. We talking about a two-time gold medalist, a world champion in multiple divisions. So you know she can fight. And she has a name for herself. So you would think that once Serena saw who she was and that she was a fan, it would be open arms to take a picture. It would be open arms to be cool or to sign something. But it wasn't. It wasn't. And that was sad that it wasn't, because Carissa, she was like, you know, this is who I look up to. You know, this is who I want to be like. You know, and it was sad that it happened like that, you know. But she made her voice be known, and she said it was sad, and I can kind of feel for her, because we ain't talking about just a regular person. And even if you're just a regular person, even if you're not a superhero, if you're not a world champion or a gold medalist, nobody should be treated a certain kind of way. You know, we all are human. We are not walking on air. Nobody ever walked on water but Jesus. But Jesus. So how can you think that you bigger than life? You're not bigger than life. So, you know, it was sad that it happened, but it happened. And who knows? Maybe Carissa caught her on a bad day, you know. And maybe Serena is really not that bad of a person, you know. I mean, and maybe she just wasn't feeling up to it, you know. It's all about timing. You know, you catch me at the wrong time. Not saying I'm a you know, put you down, not show love. But you know, hey, I might not be as nice as I normally would be. It's all about timing. It is all about timing. What up, Free? Chain with Ice. Gary. Everybody that's tapping in. Gino. Alex. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Once again, once you tap in, hit that like button. You know, because like I say, the like button is there for a reason. If you like listening to me, you like this channel, you want to support this channel, it's more than one thing you can do. You can hit the like button, you can donate to the channel, you can conversate, you can share, you can subscribe if you haven't subscribed, but make something happen, because we're here. That's right, we're here, and we need to help each other. I'll put you up on game, and you just do your part. Something simple. It ain't got to be nothing extraordinary. If you love boxing, like I do, support those that support you or that keep it 100 with you. So if Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford was to sign a contract today, tomorrow, the next day, before the end of the year, the sooner the better, because while you got the fans excited and waiting and wanting it to happen, make it happen. You know, don't keep on waiting and waiting and waiting, because anything can happen. Errol Spence almost lost his life. That right there is a bad thing. Not only for him, you know, not only for, you know, the sport of boxing or his family. You know, we wouldn't have got a chance to see him fight ever again, live ever again, walk again, none of that. Anything can happen. Anything. You know, so I'm just saying, man, you know, I want them to fight before Errol Spence retires, moves up in weight, loses a fight, anything, you know, that accident he had almost caused him to retire right before he was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao, because he had to do eye surgery. You know, we thought he was good. But getting ready for the biggest fight of his career and of his life, he had to go through surgery. But he came back. beat the man to beat the man. Ugas, who beat Manny Pacquiao and looked good. So we need to see that fight happen now. Terrence Crawford ain't nothing holding him back now. He's not with Bob Arum. So it's a great chance that the fight can happen now. But listen, get as much money as you can. As a fighter, get as much money as you can. Because you only can fight for so long and you taking punches. And at the end of your career, them punches can do something to you. I wouldn't care if they do a little bit to you. It's going to do something to you. So you should be compensated for whatever you do in the ring or outside the ring, especially when you was in the ring. You should be well taken care of. And I don't think fighters are well taken care of after their careers. Not only should they make money in their careers, they should get a pension or something after their careers. It's terrible to see any fighter, not just any fighter, a world champion, broke at the end of their career, homeless at the end of their career, punch drunk at the end of their career. It's bad. We need a union big time. We need help big time. But you know, with it being just a free-for-all, a one-on-one sport, you know, it's just you against the world, they don't care. If it was a team sport, which is a team sport, then maybe we'll have some rules and regulations to help the fighter. But since the fighter is his own boss and can do what he want to do with his money, he don't even have to even pay the IRS if he don't want to. But they're going to come back after him. But he can do whatever he wants to do once that check is signed. Once he take it and cash it in, you know, and get his money, do whatever he want to do. So they need help big time, man. We need help big time. Alex said if they don't fight each other, their number one contenders for each fighter is extremely bad. Yeah, that's real talk. Gary, what's up? Yeah, I'm good, man. So yeah, I just want to see the best fight the best. We can't keep waiting. The good thing, it seemed like, you know, I think let's see. I know Teofimo Lopez was breaking the ice. He wasn't scared to fight nobody. He was walking, talking the talk. Devin Haney, I believe that he took the fight with George Kambosos more for the fact that he knew he could beat him than because, you know, he wanted to please the fans, because it'd be something that the fans would want to see. You know, will he get in the ring his next fight against someone that he feels is a great fighter? You know, he was trying to help George Kambosos to beat Teofimo Lopez, because if he beat Teofimo Lopez, he was gonna go over there extremely fast. It don't matter where it was at to fight him, because he knew that he could beat him. He had the blueprint. You know, his trainer, you know, fought him, you know, Mickey Bay. And Mickey Bay knew the game plan, because Mickey Bay, real talk, beat George Kambosos. And whenever they call it a split decision and, you know, you fight him in his hometown, really you won. So Mickey Bay had the blueprint. You know, he told him, you know, when Devin Haney asked, you know what I'm saying, you know, how was he when you fought him? He's like, man, listen, you whoop that trick. Like I say, which is the like button. But he said you could beat him. All you gotta do is don't stand in front of him and just and pick your shots, and you know you can beat him. So, you know, now we're gonna see, you know, what Devin Haney gonna do next. I believe he gonna fight, because he, you know, he wants to keep them belts. He don't want to be, you know, a one-hit quitter or a one-hit wonder. Well, what I mean by that is, you know, I ain't talking about losing to nobody, but having to move up, because in the contract, he's supposed to fight George Kambosos in a rematch. But one thing he can do if he don't fight him, because the money ain't right, you know, being that he's the A side now, he's the champ now, he can move up to 140. He don't have to fight him at 135. He can move up to 140, but if he move up to 140, he can't take the belts with him. Well, he can take the belts with him, but he won't be the champ of the world, the current world champ, because once you a former world champ, whether you lose or you vacate your belts or you vacate your titles, you still keep the belts. They're trophies for you. You always be a champion. Once a champ, always a champ at K9 Boxing. So will Devin Haney fight George Kambosos in a rematch? Ryan Garcia's been talking a whole bunch of smack, and he seems to be looking past his opponent. And that could be detrimental to your health. And because he's just, man, I'm gonna knock Gervonta Davis out. What do he know that we don't know? Or what do he see that most people don't see? Now, I saw before that he would have a good chance at beating Gervonta Davis because he's real quick and he can throw a hard punch at one time out of nowhere. And against a southpaw, or overhand right out of nowhere, or left hook out of nowhere, can actually really land good and do damage against the southpaw. But easier said than done. SB said that what he saw in Gervonta Davis, or what he see in him, is stars. So she said that she believed, basically what she was saying is that Gervonta Davis will beat Ryan Garcia. So it costs more. So at least we about to have a big fight. Who knows how the fight gonna be between Triple G and Canelo Alvarez? Now it is a big fight. You can say what you want to say. My man's Eddie Hearn said that Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez is bigger than Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Now, was he talking about as a fight, or is he talking about far as the purse? Now, purse-wise, yeah, Canelo Alvarez and Triple G is bigger. They have bigger names. It's connection and the complexion. But fight-wise, Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford is way bigger than Triple G and Canelo. But we know that Canelo and Triple G is about to fight. We just speculating. We just assuming. We just are hoping and praying or anxious for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence to fight. If they don't fight, I think it'll be a black eye for boxing. And fighters are just spoiled now. Why fight him? Listen, Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, for the money that they could make, the money that the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford go make, they would have signed the contract like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. But the fighters are so spoiled and making so much money, they sitting on that fight. Why you think Manny Pacquiao and Floyd sat on that fight? Because they was spoiled, making money. And ain't nothing wrong with being spoiled. I want to be spoiled as a fighter. You get what you deserve, and or you get what you negotiate, and what you negotiate is what you deserve. So maybe for them it's better to wait, because a fan gonna be a fan. Boxing ain't going nowhere no time soon. It's only getting bigger and bigger. Kind of like my muscle. It's getting bigger and bigger. You hear me? And so, maybe they might do like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. To be honest with you, I don't think they can afford to do like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. One thing you got to remember in their situation is Manny Pacquiao was moving up in weight. He started boxing at 106 pounds. So he wasn't going nowhere. From 106 to 154 or 147 was as big as he was going to get. So that chance or opportunity for him to fight Floyd was going to always be there. Floyd is not a big dude. He ain't going up to 168, 178 to fight nobody. If so, he could do that against Logan Paul in an exhibition, but a sanctioned fight, he'd never fight past 154. So that fight was always there, years and years and years later. On the other hand, we talk about a whole situation. We talk about a different breed. We talk about different days where the food that we eat now is processed, is stuck up with steroids. So these young fighters nowadays are big as I don't know what. 11-year-old man, 12-year-old man, my son 12 years old and my height. So, the food that they eating, the genes that they have, from my ancestors and from what they put in these foods, has these kids, these young people looking like giants. So in that case, and what I'm trying to say is Errol Spence is not going to be able to stay at 147 too much longer. So that fight between him and Terrence Crawford will not be there years from now. Will not be there a year from now. It's either going to happen or it ain't. Now, Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, can make 147, maybe a year from now. But Errol Spence can't. So either it's going to happen or it ain't. And we need to know something fast at K9 Boxing. Sooner than later. Boxing's a dirty game. But hey, as long as you know how to play it, that's all that matters. Once again, hit the like button. Whoop that trick, which is the like button. If you tapping in, you a fan of the channel, you love boxing, hit the like button. You can jab the like button. Whatever you want to do, make it happen. But man, listen, we need to hear that. We need to hear that fight is about to take place real soon. The fans are getting anxious. They losing their patience. And I don't blame them. It's just so much to do, especially if you're American. We spoil. You got so much you could do. It's the summertime too. I'm talking about in the East Coast, it's summertime. West Coast is always summertime, but East Coast is summertime. So we got a lot to do, a lot of places to go. I'm talking about Cedar Point, you know what I mean? We can go any and everywhere. Real talk. So let's make this fight happen ASAP. I don't want to say let's not be greedy, because you get what you negotiate. And Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence need to get as much as they can. Let's see an exhibition between Claressa Shields. That's right. Let's see an exhibition between Claressa Shields and Serena Williams. Because Claressa mad at Serena. She mad. I don't know what happened when she saw her, but it wasn't a good look. And that's the reason why, Claressa was like, man, she was not nice. And, you would think that she would be nice to a world champ. Claressa is not just on anybody, When Claressa walked up to Serena and probably said, hey, I'm a big fan of yours. Can I take a picture? Serena probably looked her up and looked her down and said, and Claressa like, wow, I'm the GOAT. This me. And, Serena probably was like, I'm a millionaire. I'm making millions. Yeah. So, you said, what did I ask? Oh, okay. Okay, so Claressa met Serena in the 2016 Olympics. Was she in the Olympics at the time? That's when she met her there? Oh, wow. So Serena was at the Olympics when she met Claressa Shields, who won the Olympics. And it wasn't a good look, Yeah, I understand that. Yep. So, I get it now. So now I get it. Claressa Shields was in the Olympics. Was Serena Williams doing Olympics at the time? Because I understand that, but when you pro, every pro athlete can't get in the Olympics. Now they allowing boxers to get in the Olympics. Yeah, I don't care. It's just Serena. Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch tennis like that to know if you a pro athlete, a pro tennis player, you can actually compete in the Olympics. I like boxing. I love boxing. I love basketball. And I know basketball players get in the Olympics. But it's different. It's different. They go get in the Olympics and that's it. They don't. It's different. It's all different, champ. Number 1, Pete. Yeah, exhibition between Carissa Shields and Serena Williams would be the battle of the GOATs, for real. I wouldn't mind seeing Carissa Shields versus Layla Ali in the exhibition. If Layla Ali had enough time to train and was focused, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't want to see neither one of them fight each other now in a actual pro fight, sanctioned fight. I don't think it'll do good or look good for Layla, because she's past her prime and she's married now. She done went on with her life. But in the exhibition, why not do it and make money? Why not do it? I know Bell was finna fight NFL football player. What's his name? Forgot his name. His name is Bell. Let's look him up and see. Bell's finna fight Peterson, I believe. It's Peterson in the exhibition. Yeah, Adrian Peterson finna fight Levine Bell. Looks like to me in September 30th. Yeah, 7:30. They fighting each other. So everybody's getting, in boxing because it's a easy way to make a living. You ain't even gotta turn pro. You can fight in an exhibition and make millions of dollars. And especially if you got a name. You done spent some of your money or a lot of your money, you get in the ring and get a lot of that money back. You ain't gonna gotta fight a pro fight. It could be an exhibition. And you can make a fortune. A fortune. Shout out to my cousin, Willie Fortune. You can make a fortune. Absolutely. So Dana White, he shoots down the possibility of Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. 2. Let me rewind that. Dana White shoots down the rematch between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather 2. Floyd trying to get as much money, easy money as possible. He already just fought, a few weeks ago, and is scheduled to fight in another exhibition, and I believe in Japan. And then he was negotiating to fight Conor McGregor, and they sat at the table, but they forgot to include Conor McGregor's boss, Dana White. So he shot it down. Shots fired. Bow! Yeah, he shot it down. Now, him shooting it down doesn't mean that they're not going to fight. He's just basically letting them know. For that to even happen, even take place, I got to be in the mix of that. And I'm going to definitely want a big, large sum of that. You feel me? A large sum of that. Now, Conor McGregor record probably would never be broken ever again. The only fighter in their first fight, that's right, the only fighter in their very first pro fight to fight a pro fight made $100 million. Let me rewind that. Conor McGregor made $100 million in his very first pro fight. Would a fighter ever make that kind of money ever again? Ever again? Absolutely no. Absolutely not. And I'm just saying, it is what it is. Hey, you got a name? You got a name. If you can rob the bank with no gun, rob the bank with no gun. It will not be a felon. It will not be a felon. And you will get paid. And listen, do what you got to do because, listen, fighters been robbed forever, ever. Don King gave a fighter a blank contract and he signed it. Fighters ain't doing nothing but getting what they deserve. When you putting your life on the line, I'm talking about a police officer. I'm talking about a war veteran. I'm talking about a boxer, a UFC. Hey, you should get paid. Millions of dollars for that. Millions you should make. Man, listen, let's up the ante. You should make billions of dollars for that. Because in this world, you only get one life. And if you're going to get in there and put your life on the line, you worth billions of dollars. And shout out to Bill Water, who said you get what you negotiate. And SB is always preaching that. You get what you negotiate. Or you get what you deserve. Whatever, she keep telling me some other stuff. Whatever. You get what you negotiate what you get whatever you end up getting from you talking and signing a contract, filling it out, and agreeing. So whatever you agree on, that's on you. Fighters definitely need benefits too. Yes, they do. Gary Don King gotta be a billionaire. I bet you he's still spending 1960-something money since the 60s. Appreciate you, Dan Ringo. And my hitters from hitting these people on here with all this nonsense. Yes, indeed. Once again, if you're just not tapping in, you make sure y'all whoop that trick, which is the like button. Whoop that trick, y'all. So Tyson Fury believes that his brother is going to whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. He believes that his brother is going to beat Jake Paul. And Jake Paul is willing to bet millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. So they've been going at it. They've been going back and forth. Tyson Fury was in the arena with a crowd of fans, and they were going in on Jake Paul. So, who knows what's going to happen before the fight, and who knows what's going to happen after the fight. Maybe if Jake Paul can beat Tyson's brother, he'll get in the ring with Tyson Fury next and get smashed. Yes, indeed. Jake Paul is good at calling out names to help his brand. He's even been saying that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. Let me rewind that. Jake Paul said he's going to fight Mike Tyson. Last time I looked or I heard and I saw, Mike Tyson said, yeah, for $500 million. Let me rewind that. $500 million, he will fight him. So basically, Mike Tyson basically saying like, listen, it's not going to happen, bro. You're just trying to use my name, like we gonna fight when we not gonna fight. We saw each other the other night. We never even talked about fighting, So don't use my kindness for weakness. And if it's gonna be real, only way it's gonna be real is I gotta get paid. I'm not gonna even step in the ring and play games with you. It's not a joke. I take boxing serious. And we all know the old saying, you can't play boxing. You can play basketball. You can play football. You can play tennis like Serena Williams. But like Clarissa Shields, you can't play boxing. You can't play boxing. At K9 Boxing. It's going down, y'all, for sure. But yeah, I want to see the best fight the best. I don't mind seeing, celebrities fight each other in exhibitions. Have fun. Make money. If the fans will pay for it, you can get paid for it. Do you. Hey, do you. And you negotiate a certain price, get that certain price. If you making money, make money. If you can get people to pay you more than what you worth, or if you get it. If you get people to pay you less than what you worth, shame on you. So man, eat. That's what I'm saying. Everything is going up. Everything. You see the gas prices way up there. The gas prices way up there. You see the price of food way up there. People are not going to be overweight as much, because the food costs too much money. Like when you used to get a hamburger, a pork chop, a chicken, a slice of chicken. It was that big. Nah, boy, you barely could get food for the money that you spend now. They are not playing with you. They are not. Shout out to my dog, Richard. That's right. Shout out to my dog, Richard. He helped us make it happen. Me and Lil K9 is in the game. Y'all see us? Father and son boxing. It's trademarked now. We are the owners. Yes, indeed. We are the owners of Father and Son Boxing. So you could train with him, you could train with her, or you could train with Father and Son Boxing. And we'll be at Jab's Gym in Birmingham, Michigan. That's right, at K9 Boxing. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. Welcome to Team K9. Yes, sir. So yeah, we got 21 in the building. And we got 31 likes. Y'all make sure when y'all tap in, y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Always hit the like button. Share the video. Share the channel. Channel is growing. Y'all see we almost at 30,000, y'all. We close. We on our way. How long? Not for long. We almost there, y'all. Let's see what the fans talking about. Free, whoop that trick. Free said, whoop that trick. The like button. Whoop that trick. That's the like button. Eddie Munez said, facts, champ. You can't play boxing. No, of course not. Panda Man, what's up, champ? Albert Fitness. Where my dogs at? Be right here, whoa. Man, it's been hot in Michigan, y'all. It's like, it's been 90-something degrees lately. Lately. So, which fight do y'all want to see the most? Do y'all want to see Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence more than you want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez? Huh? Do you want to see Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis more than you want to see Devin Haney versus Kambosos in a rematch? Or you want to see Tyson Fury and Usyk if he wins? Or Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua if he wins? More than you want to see Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence? What fight do you guys want to see? And who do you think is the number one pound for pound best fighter in the world? After that performance that Inoue just had, the way he did, or what he did to Roberto, Nonito, what's my man name again? Nonito Donaire. What he did, what Inoue did to Nonito Donaire, man, listen, maybe I'm in my feelings right now, the way I feel. He number one pound for pound, the best fighter in the world. You could be looking at me like I'm crazy, because I'm not saying, as a black man, that a black man is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford are very good. But man, that is Inoue, that boy a beast. The last time he fought Nonito Donaire, I think he got his iguanodon bone broke in his face in a draw. He came back the next time in a rematch and dismantled, destroyed Nonito Donaire. That's the pound for pound best fighter in the world. That boy, hey, listen, he ain't even had 20 fights yet. And he ain't going out there to box. He ain't throwing lucky punches. You know, he throwing real leather. His knockout was more impressive than a knockout that Gervonta Davis had against Rolly on my wrist. Even though tonight the Rolly's not on my wrist, anyway, knockout was way more impressive than the fight between Romero Rolly and Gervonta Davis. And I got to put him up there. maybe like I say, I'm in my feelings because of what I saw. I mean, and I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it live. I saw it. Imagine if I would have saw it live, how animated I would have been, or how pumped and hyped I would be about saying he's pound for pound the best fighter in the world. If I'd have saw it live, because they fought in Japan. So they fought like 5 o'clock a.m. in the morning. So I didn't get a chance to see it live. And majority of the world didn't get a chance to see that fight live. But man, look how long it's taking Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to fight. Look how long it took Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather to fight. Anyway, ain't playing. He fighting the best right now. Right now. Not later. Right now. You hear me? So just in doing that, and I ain't talking about going to a decision, you don't have a lot of guys in the smaller weight classes that's knocking guys out. So once you see someone, you know, like him, or like Nonito Donaire or Manny Pacquiao, they stand out. Because majority of the littler guys, you know, we talking about 106, 116, 126, they going all the way to the finish line. They doing 12 rounds in a world championship fight. They not knocking nobody out. You feel me? That's probably why they don't get the big bucks. And maybe Inoue is not getting the big bucks in this. That's the reason why he's probably willing to fight any and everybody. You know, once, you know, you get to making that money, the millions of dollars, then you kind of settle down and maybe you don't fight the best as much, or don't fight the best often, or don't fight in the ring often. But I think if he had his way, he would fight often, and he already fighting the best. That guy's a beast. In your way, ain't nobody gonna step in his way. No time soon. Don't nobody want to. That boy is a beast. Number 1 pound for pound, the best fighter in the world. At K9 Boxing. With my man's Crawford Spence. Free said Crawford Spence. Hey, General said, the boy is a monster. He ain't called monster for nothing. Tell him again, General. Yeah, I know Shakura's finna fight Robson too, finna, man. Or anyway, has left Japan. That's what Roberto Fitness said. He has left Japan. Yeah, I hope Triple G win a fight. I just don't think he's gonna win a fight. But I definitely hope he wins the fight. A few reasons why. One reason, Jonathan Banks, the big homie, my homeboy from the Krung Gym, is training him. Another reason, I think Triple G is a good dude. You hear me? I think he's a good dude. But I definitely think that Triple G is on his last leg. I think, you know, he is on his last leg. And I think I'm going to be saying, stop it! Because I think Canelo Alvarez is going to put a hurt on him. And I hope the referee stops the fight if he has to, sooner than later. That's right, sooner than later. SB, can I get the earphones, chat? What earphones at? Ben said I want the earphones. Yeah, listen, Canelo is heated. I mean, I think Canelo's still mad at Bivol, and he's taking it out on Triple G. Why you ain't cussing on Bivol out like that, you know? He's swearing and everything. I'm talking about that man mad. That man mad. And afterwards, after he lost the fight, heard he spent a bankroll on gambling. So not only do you lose the fight, you lose a bankroll too? Oh, man. So he mad. So Triple G better be ready. He better be ready. You hear me? But this is one thing that's very interesting. When they fought each other the first time and the second time, Triple G was the bigger fighter. Now in the third fight, how things changed. Canelo Alvarez is now the bigger fighter, and Triple G is moving up to fight Canelo. At first, it was Canelo moving up to fight Triple G. Now it's Triple G moving up to fight Canelo. I believe Triple G being able to move up is going to help him tremendously. I felt like he should have moved up 3, 4, 5 fights ago. At the age of 40 years old, yes, his best days are behind him. But to continue to have a career, not end up seriously getting hurt, and when your best days are behind you, you have to make smart decisions. And I think fighting at 160 was not a smart decision to be doing it 3, 4 fights ago. Oh, thank God that he didn't get punished or hurt from doing it. But I think he'd have did better in his fights if he had moved up. With having such a big name, it ain't like he has to move up and fight killers. He can still pick and choose because he paid his dues. You know I got bars for you. He can pick and choose because he paid his dues. Somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. September 17th. And I got Canelo Alvarez. I got Canelo Alvarez by stoppage. Stop it! But I'm rooting. Let's not get it twisted because we can get it twisted. Well, K9, man, you said that Canelo was gonna win. Yes, but if Triple G was to win, I would want him to win. I would be happy. Why is you so happy, K9? You say I want him to win because I want to win don't mean he gonna win. So it's a big difference between wanting somebody to win and them winning. Being happy if they win and them winning, or saying that they was gonna win because you happy for them. So, because the wife and my son be, soon as the fight is over with, and if I said I wanted somebody to win but they don't win, they be like, man, you picking, you double talking. You was going with the other guy. I could still be happy for the other guy that won. If I didn't think he was gonna win, I'm still happy for him. Especially if I said I want him to win. And I love the underdog. I've been an underdog all my life. You don't think I love me? I love the underdog because, it's good to see things happen that you ain't think was gonna happen. Especially when it's positive. Real talk. But come on, man, at 40 years old, at 41 years old, I was still in my prime. It's hard to be 40 years old, 41 years old, and be in your prime when you've been boxing all your life, or when you've taken a lot of punishment in your career. So it depends on who you are, if you're young or not. Like I say, Triple G can have a surge in his career being able to move up in weight. Only reason why I think that they actually fighting up in weight is because Canelo can't make 160 anymore. Because I wouldn't think that Canelo would want to fight him in a heavier weight class if he could actually fight him at 160, but then can gain 30 pounds, 20, 30 pounds the day after the fight and be back swole. I don't think, and I know for sure, Canelo is not the kind of guy that want to give you any advantages. He want all the advantages. Only person that didn't have advantages when Canelo fought them was Floyd Mayweather. Everybody else that Canelo fought, he had advantages. He picked him when he wanted to fight him. He fought him when he wanted to fight him. He told him what he wanted them to weigh. They couldn't weigh more than a certain amount of weight after the weigh-in if they were big. I mean, he done had his way for a long time. And unfortunately, it caught up with him in his last fight because he moved up in weight thinking that Dimitri Bivol was not as good as he was or not as strong as he was. And it cost him, and he took a L. And it was a lesson. And I think he's back for revenge against, Canelo, against Triple G. So it's going down, y'all. Yeah, like I said, though, once y'all tap in, definitely hit the like button, Hit the like button. Help the channel by supporting the channel by you tap in, tap the like button. We all we get, champ. We all we get. So do y'all think that Tyson Fury has really retired? Talk to me. Or he just trying to wait and see, who gonna win the fight between Anthony Joshua and Usyk. He said that he would come back for $500 million. You can't tell me boxers ain't spoiled. Tyson Fury said he'd come back for $500 million. Wow. Yeah, who gonna give him that kind of money? So basically what he's saying is that he gonna fight, but you gonna have to pay. He'll come back, but you gonna have to pay. To be honest with you, I think that Tyson Fury needs boxing more than he even knows. I think that, because he's all over the place, I know he had, mental problems. I think that boxing can kind of keep him at bay. It can kind of keep him relaxed. It can get emotions out. It can get frustration out. Stress. I think boxing is a good balance for him. And I think he could end up really lost, without boxing, especially if he still can fight. I just pray for him though, in the ring, outside the ring, because he is definitely a firecracker. And I just hopes that he makes the right decisions. I love to hear him talk about Jesus, and says he's saved and everything. So that's a good look. I love that. Any fighter that puts the Lord first, I love it. We not perfect. We gonna make mistakes. The Bible says we all fall short of the glory of God. And I understand that perfectly well. And I root for the fighters. And when I say the fighters, I'm talking about your fans too. I'm talking about y'all fans. I'm talking about us. If you a fighter and you fighting to stay in your relationship or with your husband or your wife, if you a fighter, you fighting to keep your job, and the boss is getting on your nerves, but you fighting to stay in the game, to keep your job because you got to take care of your family and pay your bills. Man, I appreciate you. We all we got. You got to be a fighter. Boxing is the fight game, but life is the fight game. We are fighters. You got to continue to fight. You cannot give up. Do not throw in the towel. You can't do it. You can't do it. Now, to this day, was Mark Breland wrong for throwing in the towel? We can speculate and talk about that forever. But as a trainer, you gotta look out for your fighter. In breaking news, we talking about unarmed robbery. My son beat the brakes off his opponent yesterday, and he got robbed with no gun. We fought at a gym called World Best, where I kind of, humbly made the gym the world best, bringing the world championship back to Detroit for the second time. Let me rewind that. Bringing the belt back to the city of Detroit for the second time. Man, we got played yesterday. Now, my son may have lost the first round, and we're going to definitely put up highlights. He definitely won the last two. But boxing is a dirty game. And they always get it twisted when they say you can't play boxing. Because you can, but then you can't. So shout out to Lil K9 for winning this fight yesterday. Forget what the judge is talking about. We know what really happened, And judges need to be put in place. Judges need to be disciplined for making bad decisions, because we're talking about people's careers. And to do it to a kid, stop it! I can't believe it. You can really hurt a career's thought process, confidence, and all that. So, but it's good, to learn early on in your career, how dirty the game can be, and, to make adjustments. And when you're fighting somebody that's fighting out of their own gym and they are actually throwing the show, the people that's involved, you got to go out there and knock your opponent out. You got to beat the brakes off him. When I won my first world title, I had to destroy Corey Spinks because they weren't giving me nada. So if you go look at the video, if you got time, you're not busy, go see what I did to Corey Spinks. I had to do that to him because I fought him in his hometown. So when I fought for the second time a world title against Carlos Molina, I had to go out there and destroy Carlos Molina. I fought him in his hometown, in his country, Cancun, Mexico. Do you think they would have gave me a decision in a close fight? Do you think they would have gave me a decision, period, in a regular fight, even if it was a close fight? No. Stop it! They wouldn't. So I had to go out there and beat the brakes off Carlos Molina. And that's how I got the fight. That's how I got the victory. So if you ain't too busy, you ain't sleepy, and you got time, go check out When I Beat Corey Spinks. Go check out When I Beat Carlos Molina. And hit the like button. As my man the General says, hit the like button. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Stop playing with me at K9 Boxing. Let's go, champ. Now, I don't know what big fights we got coming up. SB, any big fights coming up? Wow, no big fights coming up, so we gonna keep making videos. And yeah, go check out, if you haven't checked out some of the shorts that we have, y'all definitely make sure y'all go check out some of these shorts. These shorts that we putting up are going viral. We have the shorts with Rolly versus Gervonta Davis. Trash Talk Going Wild is up to 911,000 views. Let me rewind that. Trash Talk Going Wrong, Rolly versus Gervonta Davis is at 911,000 views. Trash Talk Going Wild, it's a few Trash Talk Going Wild videos that has went viral. The other video, I forgot the young guy's name. What's his name, SB? Do you remember? It's at 867,000 views. Let me rewind that. 867,000 views. So, Trash Talk Going Wild is on fire. And Jamel Charlo saying that he can beat southpaws, or southpaws are easy work, is another video that is going viral in my shorts. 500-some thousand views. So we got a gang of shorts, that's videos that are going viral. I'm talking about a couple of 100,000 plus views. A couple of them are almost at 1 million views. So yes, the channel is taking off, and we almost at 30,000 subscribers. That's right. So give yourself a hand. Give yourself an applaud. I couldn't do it without y'all, and I appreciate y'all. Timo 2, I salute to you too. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. Welcome to K9 Boxing. Let's go, champ. Team K9 in the building. General, tell him, champ. Yeah, Bam won. I didn't see that fight though, but I heard he looked good too. We got, champ. Hashtag dogs us. So yeah, we got Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G in September. I think this would be a perfect time to break the news when Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is gonna fight. I gotta go dig a little deeper into that so I can see what's happening and when it's gonna happen. And like I say, y'all, when y'all tap in, y'all beat the like button down. Beat the like button down. So yeah, that's all we got, y'all, for tonight. Y'all have a great night. Oh, is it more breaking news? Let's see. It might be more breaking news. Free night. Hit the like button. We should be at 40 by now. Where we at, y'all? And boxing has the greatest fans, big time. I mean, there's no fan greater than a boxing fan, especially when you're really a fan and you know the sweet science. It's the sweet science. Most people can't even understand what boxing is. You know, if you're a fan, I'm talking about been a fan for a long time or actually got in the ring, you can appreciate boxing way more than somebody just said, man, they running. The man might not really be running. The man might be really boxing and you call it running. No, running is this right here. This running, you know what I mean? That's real running. Going like this and moving this way, moving that way and throwing punches is not running. You know, you need to know the real terminology of running. You need to really know what you're saying when you're saying stuff, you know? I heard one of the commentators, and this is a guy that's being paid to commentate. I believe it was on Showtime. He was like, he threw a overhand right. He was a southpaw, and he said he threw overhand right. If you're a southpaw and you throw a right hook, it's called a right hook. Overhand right can only be if you orthodox and you throw it from back here. That's an overhand right. So, you know, we got to do a better job at calling the ace a ace and the spade a spade, you know. But that's why I'm here. Father Son Boxing. Congratulations. I might have to buy some Cristal tomorrow, SB. And we got to celebrate. Huh? Champ. We might have to. Oh, no, I mean, I'm good on it. I'm just saying, you know, hey. So if I pop a bottle of Cristal or Moet, you know, does that make me a... I'm back now, then. Let's go, champ. We at 38 likes right now. Can we make it to 40 likes? I ain't talking about E40, but we talking about 40 likes. All right. Champ talk. Yeah. Y'all see them belts in the back? How them belts looking back there, y'all, huh? Them boy clean. Shining. Them boy, listen, I ain't even shined them up like that either, but they clean. Oh, we got that merch coming up too, y'all. It'll be at the bottom of the screen. We talking about soon. If you want to get some good merch, some K9 gear, my website is www.k9boxingfitness.com. Or you could just reach out to me. That might be even better. Reach out to me on Instagram. It's K9 Boxing on Instagram. Or you can go to K9 Boxing Fitness on Instagram. Or you can go to Father and Son Boxing on Instagram. We in the game. I'm excited, man. I'm so excited. You know, you think like, what? K9 drinking in that cup or drinking in that bottle. Because I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. It's not anything bad for you. You hear me? All good stuff. This is what I call medicine. Not the medicine that, you know, prescribed by doctors. You know, this is plant-based. This is from the ground up. That's right. And plant-based, oh man, to stay healthy, you got to spend a bankroll. Do you know that I went shopping and I didn't even get a whole lot of things? I spent like $500 some just on groceries. Wow. That was a lot, you know, especially for just a little bit that I got. But it was healthy food. Healthy food, you know, healthy food costs money. I mean, you would think that healthy food wouldn't cost as much. You know, you would think that garbage food would cost more because they want the taste. You know what I mean? But they switched it around. They said, no, we gonna give you the taste for cheap. You know what I mean? And, you know, but the good food gonna cost more. So it's like, so what you gonna eat? You gonna eat the bad food, which is gonna kill you faster or kill you one day sooner than you have to leave this world. We don't want that. The president should make sure that the good food costs less and the bad food should cost more. But it is what it is. They care about themselves and not nobody else. But that's life, y'all. What can you do? What can you do? At K9 Boxing. What's wrong, champ? Oh, man. A bark, a bite. My favorite shot is the overhand right. I like the uppercut, too. I ain't gonna lie. Uppercut is a good punch, too. Don't get me wrong. But I like the overhand right. It's the equalizer. For sure. Oh, my little dog. What's up, champ? Y'all think Canelo Alvarez is going to lose to Triple G? Hey, man, I'm pulling for Triple G. I don't think it's going to be a good look, though, but I'm pulling for him. I'm pulling for him. Breaking news, me and SB, the queen of boxing, will be tapping in, going toe-to-toe and blow for blow. Boxing talk with SB and K9 coming soon. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. We at 39. When you tap in, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick, which is the like button. Hashtag dogs us. We all we get. And we almost at 30,000 subscribers. I appreciate y'all for always tapping in. Yeah, we all we got, y'all. Y'all have a good night, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. A bark, a bite, a overhand right. Peace and love. And good night.